Well? Well, because this is, of course, somehow, she figured, yes. Well?
Gusha Biat?
Please be quiet within the premises and refrain from making a racket.
Second struck. Wait, huh? It's one of M's after all. Kinda looks like a poetry collection. Let's see what Lisa makes of it.
Please be quiet within the premises and refrain from making a racket.
An experiment. There's something.
Well, did you manage to find them? Huh.
Yeah.
Albedo was the...
Why?
He said it's full of forbidden alchemical formulas, some of which could even result in the creation of dangerous monsters. Apparently, the danger it posed was so great,
Really? Definitely sounds like it shouldn't be here then.
Still, if that mage read this book too... Well, did you manage to find them? Truly extraordinary, and certainly not the kind of thing that should...
So, it's some kind of book of spells? Huh?
It's true. This book does contain one of Miss Alice's spells. The only reason it's even meant to be in the restricted section is because we can't let Klee get her hands on it. After Klee was born, Miss Alice advised us to seal it away.
So, it's to keep it away from Klee, huh? To zap...
No, that's not it. As Miss Alice herself put it, letting Klee see it too early would spoil the surprise. Well, did you manage to find them? Yes, this is a restricted book, all right.
Huh. But it looks like a regular poetry collection. How did it end up being classified as a restricted book?
The issue lies with one of the poems inside. You've heard of the great battle that took place on Dragonspine, yes? 500 years ago, during the cataclysm in Conria, an evil dragon descended upon Mondstadt.
We're talking about Durin. The Durin of
Well, the poem in question turns the whole battle into a dance, with the evil dragon recast as an innocent child who came... But given all the suffering experienced at the claws of that dragon, how could the people of Mondstadt accept such a retelling? Bards are often accused of inventing history or distorting the truth in their and since the knights back then were unable to track down the author...
So the version in the poem, it was...
I'm afraid that question is something only the dragon himself could answer. Well, would you look at that? Seems like these are the little troublemakers you're after. And all three just so happen to be forbidden texts. What
Forbidden texts? You know, the first time you mentioned that the library had a restricted section, I thought you were just trying to scare us. Are you saying it actually exists?
Not really something you should be poking your little nose into, is it, cutie?
Sorry.
Seeing as it was Miss Alice who asked you to look for these books, I won't question the matter. But they'll need to be sealed away again once you're done, so don't forget to return them.
Don't worry, Miss Lisa. I won't forget.
Well then, that's all from me. After all that hard work, I think I've earned myself a nice...
Alright, we've gathered all the reference books. What's next?
Wait, look!
Please be quiet within the premises and refrain from making.
Long, long ago, an evil dragon descended upon the human world, bringing terrible calamity in its wake. Bravely did the people resist, until at last, the dragon lay slain. Later, a witch with a love for stories came upon the tale of the evil dragon, and for reasons she could not explain, felt a pang of sorrow on its behalf. For she knew, despite its body being born of wicked alchemy, all along, the dragon's soul was that of an innocent child. Right up to the moment of its death, it had no choice in becoming a vessel of calamity, nor could it fathom the cruel fate that lay before it. Though the witch had a love of stories, she was not pleased with how this one ended. No, that won't do, she thought. I'll write you a better ending instead. And so she set off to do just that, borrowing a little magic from her friend. With it, she wove a dragon's egg, resolving to rear a dragon child of her own. Yet long in thought she lingered, wondering what kind of world her little dragon ought to behold upon waking. At last, she made her mind up, adorning the cradle with a trace of palatial splendor. Then, she quietly waited for the egg to hatch.
Whoa!
This must be Aunt Alice's magic.
Yeah!
A story about me?
Why don't we just see where the story takes us? All we know is the beginning at this point.
Okay.
And now a golden-haired traveler, a silvery sprite, and a dragonborn.
Whoa! That came out of nowhere. Yeah. But why does it sound so familiar?
I've missed this. It's just like the stories my mother used to tell me.
You mean... Em? She used to tell you stories?
Yeah, she loved it. Back when she was still alive. Sorry, we should focus on what we're here to do. So, now that we're in the story, what's next?
The dragon youth wondered aloud. Yet all he could do was wait. Of course, there's something to be said for helping it along. Perhaps a little exploration could prove fruitful.
Oh! Is that a hint?
Yeah, I agree.
For a moment, the story
This Dodoko doll is meant to be the witch in the story, right? All the people we've seen that look like that turned out to be mages from the Hexen Circle.
My mother had a hat just like this.
Then, the witch must be Em. Looks like this story really is about durin, huh?
Whether the sprite spoke true or not, it had little bearing on the story at hand. For in that moment, what mattered most was not that she was a witch, but a mother waiting for her child to hatch.
Let's keep looking.
Yet those who never stray beyond the main plot often miss the fun little details along the way.
This Dodoko, all the people with
My mother had a hat.
Dan.
Whether the... For in that...
Look at all the...
It just so happened a dragon egg wasn't the only thing she was incubating here. Where else might a story be born?
Oh! This must be the dragon egg, right? So we've got a dragon egg about to hatch.
This is my story, isn't it?
Okay, so how are we supposed to help the story along?
Apparently, it hadn't dawned on the group to look for a way to help the egg hatch fast.
Oh, right!
With the flames at his command, perhaps the dragon youth might be able to provide the egg with sufficient warmth.
What? You want us to roast the dragon egg?
The silvery sprite's surprise betrayed her lack of reading.
Huh, you...
Okay, I'll see what I can do. The abyss is burning shadow!
Clearly, both the golden-haired traveler and the dragon youth were eagerly awaiting the little dragon's birth, though perhaps their longing burned a little too brightly. Still, such fiery anticipation might itself become a blessing. At last, under the witch's expectant gaze, the little dragon... No living being has ever decided the moment of its birth. You were no exception, my child. I brought you into being because I willed it so, just like the witch who created that evil dragon. But I promise you this, your birth was wanted. You are loved. And you will have a different fate than the dragon that came before you.
You've never told me those things before, but for some reason, I always knew. Thank you for bringing me into this world.
The waiting witch did not feel lonely, for she had 3 visitors by her side. Together, they beheld the hatchling's first breath of life. Holding her dragon child close, the witch promised him a life unlike that of the evil dragon. And so, nestled in his mother's warm embrace, did the little dragon's story begin.
Mondstadt? Looks like we're back in the real world. Looks like there's more written on the page now and less ink left than before. So, does that mean we've completed this chapter? Yeah, but why does M seem to think that the story isn't finished yet? Durin broke free from the curse, came into this world with a new body, and even made a bunch of new friends. That already true.
Huh.
Is this thing on? Oh,
Hey, that's Alice's voice.
hello there, children. If you're hearing this, you've stumbled upon the little recording I left for you. I thought you could use a few hints about how the book works. By now, I'm guessing you've already begun to leave your mark on the story. You should know, however, that the book needs time to absorb the ink, so the next chapter's clues won't show up right away.
Wait, so even magic ink needs time to dry?
The good news is, you can return to any chapter you've already completed and continue to explore the mystical, magical storybook world you helped create. Have fun, dearies. Toodles!
Oh, man. Paimon was so ready to knock this out in one go.
Maybe it's for the best. Sooner or later, we'll end up being whisked off to another world again, and if that happens, who knows when we'll be able to come. So it might be good to take a break.
A break. Yeah, Paimon has a sudden
So let's meet up here later. I need to find